Hi, everyone. Oops, let me check the lighting here. Sorry about that. I had this fluorescent light over me. Even these are kind of bright. But so anyways, thanks for coming today. We're going to do a little bit more in the back here this week and some other things. Okay. So I'm Lucy and glad to see you, or not see you, but enjoy the class. So come down on your mat. Just going to lower this a little bit. Just lie down on your mat here. And you can take a pillow or bolster under your knees, because when we're talking about a little bit again about the back, you want to support your back with something. Okay, it can be anything. It can be blocks under your knees. It can be again, just stack a few blankets. Okay, so let's do that. You're going to lie down, take it under there, because you want your back to tilt back. And if you have any kind of, like if you feel like you're going like this, and you're arching kind of thing, you want to definitely fill in that space behind your neck. So there's a space there, but between the floor and your neck. And you can just roll up a blanket there and place it under the neck there. Okay, so, and that's up to you, but right now I'm not using it, but all right, so we're going to just relax down here. Let's try to clear everything so we can focus on our practice of yoga today. So we're going to breathe in all that goodness. And we're going to exhale worry and doubt, frustration, list of things to do. We're going to at least try to empty that closet a little bit. Remember, realistically, we can't empty everything out all at once right away. So we're going to exhale and empty a little bit of it out of the room that you're in, right? We're going to put it outside in a box or basket for this next hour, okay? So breathing in the good and rest again and sinking down and let gravity take over and give yourself permission to be here in your yoga practice, all right? Give yourself that permission. And I'd like you also to set an intention for your practice. What brought you to yoga today? What brought you to turn this on and look at this and do this practice? What was your intention? Maybe it is a sore back. 98% of people that come to yoga is because of their backs. So, maybe that's what yours is. Maybe you need a little help with that. So, so go there. So just set that intention in your mind's eye, and that will help you and motivate you to do your practice. Your intention. So when I get on the mat, I'm like, okay, what's irking me today, and that could be even in the heart center in the energetic bodies, the center of the chest. So it could even be the heart left. so breathe into your body, let yourself sink, and let's again exhale, release anything that's bothering you. Even a little bit of it is helpful to get out. And so here now we can begin yoga. Hatha Yoga and Sasaram. And now we begin yoga. So let's tense all the muscles of the face, pull them toward the tip of the nose. You're going to tense the face. You're still reclining. You're going to tense your face and then open your mouth, exhale, and release your face. Pull your shoulders up to your ears, off the mat, tensing, tense, tense. And then exhale, release the shoulders. Tensing through your right arm, upper arm, lower arm, out through the fingers, right? You can lift your arm, tensing. Exhale, release. Tensing through your left arm, upper arm, lower arm, out through the fingers, tensing. Exhale, release. Tensing hips and buttocks, squeeze and tense, tense, tense. Exhale, release. Tensing your right leg, upper leg, lower leg, out through the toes, tensing. Exhale and release. Tensing your left leg, upper leg, lower leg, out through the toes, tensing. Exhale and release. Let's tense the entire body, the arms, the legs, the face, and just lift up off the floor. Tense, tense, tense. And then exhale all the way down. Good. Starting at the toes, relax your body from your toes, through your feet. Soften through your legs and your hips and your torso. Soften through the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers and fingertips. Looking right, looking left, moving your head side to side here. Looking right, looking left. And make that movement a little bit smaller and smaller so your head comes back a little bit into center. Softening the back of the neck, the eyes, the forehead to the very top of your head. Wiggle your fingers and toes and come back into the room. So if your legs are over something, we'll use that. If not, you're just going to bend your knees and put your feet on the floor. If you have your legs over the bolster or pillow, just bend your knees, put your feet on the pillow. Okay? And then you're still lying down here. You're going to bring this right knee towards your belly. You're going to squeeze in. I'm actually going to have you hold on behind the knee, pull it in. Okay, we're going to stretch that low back, a couple of different things, and then release. Bring that left knee in and release. Now we're going to bring the right knee in. You're going to bend the elbow like you just did, pull in, and then straighten your elbow, push out. Pull in towards your belly here, and then straighten your elbows. So I'm holding on behind the knee with both hands and bringing my elbows out, extending them, extending the leg out, and then bending the knee inward and bending my elbows, okay? So just do a few more of those. I'm keeping my back firmly planted too. Everything else is pretty stable while I move this knee in and out. One more time, bring the knee in, exhale, and inhale, release. Let's go to the left leg. Interlace or just hold on behind this left knee. Pull the leg in towards your belly, right? You're squeezing. Straighten your elbows, press out. Bring it in, bend the elbows, straighten your elbows, press out. So squeeze in, exhale as you pull in, inhale as you straighten your elbows. And the reason is we're squeezing the belly, we're becoming smaller, that's your exhale. Inhale, you become larger, you're expanding a little more here. All right, so just move back and forth here, exhale in, inhale out as you press out. You're just going back and forth. One more time, bringing the knee in, squeeze, and then bring your foot to the bolster or pillows or something. Bring both knees into the chest, that's squeeze, that's rock side to side here over the back. And that's always soothing to the low back sacral area. Let's make some circles on the ceiling with the knees, rolling around and around here. Moving the other direction. And bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. And I use Yoga Warriors affirmations in these classes. And they're very good for healing. This is an evidence-based program called the Yoga Warriors International Program. I'm the founder of the program. So squeeze the legs in. And here we affirm, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Bring your legs up to the ceiling here. Hold on behind your knees. Okay, you're just holding on. We're going to do a similar thing. We're going to bend both knees now towards the belly, bend your elbows, straighten your elbows, stretch the legs up. Okay, so in breath, exhale as you bend in towards your belly, right? Inhale as you straighten the knees, and just keep moving inward towards you, and then straighten the knees. Okay, so we're going to move forward and back here again, just getting things sort of juiced up here, stretching those hamstring fibers and all of that. One more time, squeeze in, straighten your elbows. Let's do one more. Squeeze in, straighten your elbows, and then squeeze in. Bring your feet back to your pillows or bolsters. And keeping the small of the back down, we're going to raise the arms in the air. So now we're going to go right into ab work. This is stabilization, right? And our abs work as back stabilizers. So we need to, in any kind of back care class, you want to keep your back, your abs strong. Of course, your back's strong too, but in order to do that, we have to have strong abs. So, and stabilization is the best way, as you know from other classes I've taught, to strengthen your abs. So you're going to reach up with the hands. I'm pressing my palms together. I'm pressing down through the small of the back. I want to keep everything else in this posture stable, right? Legs, pelvis, low back, all that. We're going to move the arms. So I'm reaching as high as I can here. I'm going to bring the thumbs back, or the hands back, stab the thumbnail to the floor above my head, right? And then I'm going to lift the arms, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to stabilize through everything else. Now, if you go all the way back and you stab your thumbs down to the floor and your back arches, then you've gone a little too far. So just go halfway with your arms, just go halfway and back up again. All right, so exhale, blow the air out as you go back. Inhale as you come up. And just keep everything really, really stable as you work the core here. Okay, moving forward and back here. Up and down, So do about 5 more of those on your own. I don't like to lead with the breath too much because everyone breathes at different rates, but just know your exhale is back. Your in-breath is when the arms are reaching up as they come up. Keep that pelvic tilt so the small of that back stays firmly planted. All right, let's lift those feet. Now we're going to go a little more, okay? So now the feet are in the air, the knees are up, right? And your lower legs are parallel to the floor. I have like a right angle going on here with the upper and lower leg bone. I'm going to bring those arms back, stab the floor, or just go halfway because this is a little more challenging. Keep everything stable. Keep maybe your knees together, feet together if you can. Exhale back, inhale up. Keep the small of that back firmly planted. Keep moving those arms. You can exhale through your mouth. Inhale, of course, through your nose. So you're always inhaling through your nose when you work with breath. Your breathing is in through the nose. It can be out through the mouth or the nose, but definitely in through just the nose. And a lot of us are mouth breathers, you might find you breathe through your mouth. Try to just stop that habit. All right, a couple more of these. If you need to ever stop before me, you can absolutely stop. That's fine. And next time when you're done, I should say, you just bring your knees towards you. Let's counter stretch a little bit. Knees in. You can lift your head and shoulders, form a ball. Let's sort of tuck your chin, stretching your upper back here. And you can rock, bring your head back down and rock a little. Anything that's going to sort of counter stretch here. And then stretch your legs out. You can still put them over the bolster. And just stretch from your toes to your fingertips, like a long symmetrical stretch here. Give yourself a yawn if you need it, lengthening here. And release. Bring your arms by your side, bend your knees. So if your feet have nothing under them, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to lift myself up a vertebra at a time. We're going to go into dynamic bridge. Inhale up. Exhale back down a vertebra at a time. So I'm going to come in a little closer because my feet are sliding a little bit here. So if you're better off on the mat, go ahead. But this gives you a little more inversion, which I like when I have my feet on something. Sometimes I just use plain old blocks. I put one foot on each block. So inhale, you're lifting your arms up, dynamic bridge, tuck your chin. Exhale, lower a vertebra at a time. So you want to feel each vertebra, like each segment of the spine. If you're feeling like it's like a big block, that is common. That can feel like that, especially if you have scoliosis. So if that's the case, these bridges, you want to do a lot of these bridges because they help release all that. They help release the spine. So we'll be doing dynamic and we'll be doing static. So breathe in and lift your back. Exhale, your arms down, your back one vertebra at a time to the floor. One more time, lifting. Exhaling down. Give yourself a counter stretch for a moment. Squeeze those legs in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out again. And let's bring the feet back onto the prop. So keeping the arms by your side now, I want you to lift a vertebra at a time in static bridge. So you're going up and I'm rolling those shoulder blades under me. I'm getting the shoulders under me. Bridge pose is really a preparatory posture for a shoulder stand. And then tuck your chin down. So when I tuck my chin, I'm not only feeling the back of the neck flattening toward the floor, I'm getting a good stretch of my neck, but I'm also stimulating my thyroid gland. It regulates our metabolism. It's good for it. So tuck that chin. I'm locking that chin down. I'm going to press down through upper arm bones. That's a little hint. When I use my arms, I'm able to get more lift up in the spine there, right? So here you can actually feel your breath and see the movement of the abdomen. Keep your feet in. Try not to have your feet really wide. You want your feet hip width apart, legs hip width. And take some breaths. One more breath. Coming down a vertebra at a time. And once you're down on the floor, I'd say bring both knees into your chest again. Squeeze in. You might want to lift your head and shoulders. Rock side to side. Soothe the back again, sort of neutralizing the spine here. Now let's move that bolster out from under your feet. And we're going to stay on the back. We're going to do another bridge. All right. So here in bridge pose, you want to Again, now we don't have anything in the way. We just have our mat. So I'm going to turn my toes slightly in, and I'm going to lightly brush my heels with my fingertips, the tips of my finger, my middle finger especially is a little longer. And that sets me up, but I have longer arms than some people. So if you have shorter arms, you just want, again, your knee over your ankle. So we're going to root down through the 4 points of the feet. We're going to lift a vertebra at a time. Okay, so here's, I want you to notice, how this vertebra is lifting, right? Vertebra at a time. And I'm going to rock those shoulders under me here. Now I'm down on the floor in bridge pose. So I'm going to bend my elbows, tuck my chin, and try not to look sideways. Maybe watch me and then go to your mat, and do it. So I'm pressing down through my upper arm bones and I'm reaching up. When I press down, I get some of the back ribs up. I'm going to tuck that tailbone. So I'm bringing tailbone towards heels, right? Tailbone toward heel. All right. I'm really reaching through my heels of my feet to help me lift. And then I breathe. And just feel the breath in the body. Feel it. Feel how the belly rises with the diaphragm moving down, and it comes back up, and the belly falls with the exhale. And then one vertebra at a time, you're going to come back down. One vertebra at a time. Bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Lift your head and shoulders. Bring your arms out to the side. Let's do some dynamic twists before we turn around. So my palms are down. I'm going to draw the knees to the right. I'm going to look left. I'm going to draw the knees left and look right. So dynamic means you just keep moving with your breath. Now you can keep your feet on the mat if it's too much. And remember, you can stop at any time and rest if you need to. Everywhere I turn, I see healing. 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 Draw the knees over to the left side. Shift your hips over and see if you can shift even your left shoulder blade over a little. So you can use a block between your knees or a pillow to help support your back. You can even use something underneath your knees. Okay, blanket, pillow, block. So stretch that right arm out. You can look away from the knees. You can look toward the knees, whatever works for you here in this abdominal squeeze. And breathe here. Try to release to the floor. Try to completely relax. Because that's where you get the benefit, when you can sink into these postures. Coming back up to center, take your time. Maybe roll the knees to the right. You can turn your palms down, hold the ground with your hands, right? Bring the knees to left, look right. Bring the knees to right, look left. Everywhere I turn, I see healing. 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 Dropping your knees over to the right. Again, you can hold those knees down with your hands, the outside of that left knee. Shift right shoulder blade over, right? You can even straighten these legs and your stomach turner, abdominal squeeze. And then once you're in it, whatever it looks like, it'd be one knee straight, it can just be knees bent. Whatever this looks like, I want you to sink in. I want you to sink to the floor. Notice if you're holding tension, even in your buttocks, right? Can you release it and just receive whatever comes when you do your practice? And bring your knees back up. Give yourself another squeeze here. Lift your head and shoulders. If you're comfortable and happy baby, lift your feet up. Bend your knees to the side. You can grab your legs. That stretches your low back and your hips. And rock over your spine a little bit. Of course, you can grasp the bottoms of your feet and pull down like handles, you know. If you're uncomfortable in this posture, don't do it. And then bring your knees back into your chest, a squeeze here, and roll to your side. We're going to come up to table. If you want knee support, grab a blanket for under your knees. So wrist underneath the shoulders, knees under the hip. I'm going to tuck my chin and round my spine and go right back towards my heels into a child. And then I'm going to come back up, scoop up for cow. Exhale back. Inhale up. So you're going again. We've done this before, but I'll review it. Here we are in cat. I'm staying in cat to the heels. Then I drop my elbows and then I come up for cow. And you're just moving here in this dynamic fashion. Couple more of these. Go at your own pace. Cat, child, up for cow. Okay, go at your own pace. And then next time when you finish, let's all meet in the table position. So table, when you come up, is you pull the belly in, you tuck that tailbone, I reach through those hands. I have a soft gaze downward here in this table position. We're going to do something here. We're going to bring our hands back to the knees. We're going to do a breathing, which is also, this one is good for your back. You're going to inhale, lift the arms, complete breath. We'll lift up. And then you're going to turn the palms away from you and exhale back and bring yourself back down toward the floor. Inhale, coming up, sweeping the arms up, right? And then exhale, sweep them behind you. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. And I want you to do maybe 2 or 3 more at your own pace, your own rate of breath. Okay, so remember, you're inhaling up, then you're exhaling back. When you're finished with those, couple of them, okay, when you're finished, you're going to come into child with wide knees, okay, wide knees. So my toes touch back here. I'm going to sink down. Now, some of you might need to be on your elbows or your lower arms. You might want to make a few fists here and stack them. You might even take a block and put it under your head. This is so nice. And stretch out your arms. You might not even get way back because of your legs or your knees to the heels, and that's okay. You could even still use that block and look like something like this. Other people, you know, if you're used to doing the yoga, you stretch out your arms and bring your forehead down. And that's a nice stretch for your back. Any of those really are fine, okay? I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. I rest in my capacity to trust and endure. We're going to come up here. I'm actually going to have you go into downward dog or a puppy. So I'll show you the modification. So I bring my knees in now, on the tops of the feet. Okay, like that. I'm going to stretch back, and here's your puppy pose. Tuck chin down, ears next to your upper arms. Or I'm going to come up, I'm going to tuck the toes, and I want you to come to your downward facing dog. And also get your feet so they toe in a little bit, and your feet are about, your feet are about hip width apart. Walking your knees here, walking your knees. Coming up on your toes, stretching up and bringing yourself back to your heels. Stretching up, bending the knees toward the floor, and then coming back toward the heels. Bending your knees toward the floor, pull the belly in and back towards your heels. Hold this posture static. Really great for strength. Stretches all your major muscles. Downward facing dog. Dropping your knees, if your knees aren't already down, for puppy, and going back into child. This time bring your arms behind you, knees in, and you can bring your arms back. So you might be up in the air, which is fine, but if you do have something to put under your head, a couple books, blankets, do that. And rest here. So we're going to get on our stomach, but just to give you a little tidbit, a little hint, I find it's more comfortable for people to have a blanket underneath their pelvis. So that means you'd put that blanket down like that, and you'd put your pelvis on the blanket, bringing your legs together. Okay, so this is Sphinx pose. So simply your elbows are bent. I'll move the props here so you can see me. Elbows are bent, your lower arms are on the floor, and we're here in Sphinx pose. Legs together. So I'm not doing this, right? And I'm stretching. This is something I want you all to notice. I'm not trying to extend the chin. I'm keeping a neutral neck. My neck is neutral, head, neck, trunk. But now I want you to slide your hands under your lower ribs, keep the shoulder blades back, and I want you to lift up into cobra. So your pelvis is pressing down to that blanket. That's why it's a little bit softer than if you're on a hard floor. So we inhale up, you're gonna come down to the floor, to your forehead, and come back up again, and back down again. So you're breathing in and out. So your in-breath is up, your exhale is down. I gently rise to greet each moment. 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 Next time you come down, turn your cheek to the side, bring your arms by your side, completely relax, and bend your lower legs and move them side to side. You want to be on your cheek and completely relaxing. So I had to take off my glasses and just relax, just like that, it looks like. And then you rock the lower legs. And then I come back down, and I want you to separate your legs, the width of the mat, you know, so my toes face outward a little bit. I'm going to slide my hands under my lower ribs, so I'm under here. I'm keeping these elbows bent. I'm going to come up, pressing down through the pubic bone, keeping the pelvis grounded. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Then your in-breath is up. I gently rise to greet each moment. 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 And then when you're finished, come down, bring your arms by your side, turn your cheek in the other direction. Bring your legs in a bit and bend your knees. This is the lower back twist. We're just kind of resetting the back side to side like windshield wipers. Set your legs back down, bring your forehead to the mat. So here we're not going to use anything, and I want you to notice as we do these postures how your back muscles are working. That's really important. And when you lift your chest, your sternum, you're coming up and you're reaching through the legs, squeezing the buttocks, firming the lower body. This builds upper body strength too. So as you're ready, you're going to inhale, lift the body, lift the front of the body really, and stretch back through those arms. Look down, keep your chin tucked. So try not to do this stuff, right? Jutting out the chin. Exhale down. Inhale up. And we'll move dynamically. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Let's hold it. Let's come up, but don't hold your breath. Breathe here. Take one breath. One breath in, one breath out, and release. Turn your cheek to the other side. Completely relax. So hopefully you notice how you were using those back muscles. You know, the back muscles will have to really work when you're, you know, when you're here on the floor and you're lifting up like this, especially without your hands when you bring it back like that. So take a breath in and out here, release down. All right, so let's do this. We're going to bring the hands, one more variation, I think. I'm thinking about this. So placing the hands under the ribs, the lower ribs. What we're going to do here, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back. Okay, you're going to inhale, lift. And as you lift, you open your legs. Exhale, bring your legs together and come down your forehead. Okay, so inhale, lift the legs, lift the head. Open the legs, bring them back in and back down. And you have to really use that back, the back muscles here. So we're strengthening the back here. All right, inhale, lift, open the legs, stretch up. Exhale, bring legs together and down. One more, inhale, lift, legs apart, legs together, exhale, down. Turn your cheek to the side, bring your arms down, and rock those lower legs side to side. Yeah, lower legs side to side. And then just take a breathing break. And one I really like is the crocodile. It's a nice relaxation technique with the legs wide here, toes face away from each other. Cross your arms and rest your forehead on your forearms. And then breathe here into your blanket. You know, just kind of notice that. Feel the breath, you know, feel your belly rise and fall here. Bring your legs together, bring your hands under you, push yourself back so you can reset your back. And this is child pose. So you're coming back to child. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. I'll move this so you can see. So I'm going to walk my hands to the left. I'm going to shift my hips to the right heel. Right? Even if you're up like this and it's hard, you're still good to go like this, even if you can't get back towards your heels like that. All right, so you're just feeling that right side body getting an extension. It's a good counter stretch too. Extend your arms out in front of you. Bring your hands to the right side. Remember, you don't have to go all the way back to the left heel. You could be up like this, or maybe you do go down towards the heel and stretch that left side body. And then coming back up, bring your hands out in front of you. Actually, bring them under you. Let's do some cat-cow. That's a good reset too. So my hands and wrists are under my shoulders, knees under my hips, tuck. Inhale, come up, lift the tailbone, exhale down. And don't be vigorous with this one. Just a gentle lift and lower. You know, don't be too vigorous. And it's beneficial. You know, sometimes the less, you know, give up that pushing in yoga. Just go slowly and methodically. We're going to tuck those toes under. And I know there's probably somebody with knees that are cranky. So we're going to bring ourselves back. So you do not have to do this, but, you know, a little squat if you can. If you have to come up and do sort of just a kind of a little squat like that or something like that, you know, go ahead. Others come down into squat and put your hands inside your knees. Okay. So here is, we're doing a high squat. Our heels are up in the air. And then you're just going to stretch your spine up. You're going to inhale, lift the arms coming all the way up. Extended mountain. Exhale those arms down. All right, so roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. I'm going to show you some shoulder squares. Up to your ears. Squeeze back, bring them down and forward, up, back, down, and forward. So you're making squares with your shoulders. See, forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more, forward, up, back, and down. Place your hands on your shoulders like this. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Keep that tailbone tucked too in mountain pose. Squeeze. Keep the elbows up. Make some circles with the elbows. All right, so you're circling here. Move in the other direction. Bring your arms out, thumbs up, squeeze back. Open the heart, open the chest. Keep those arms up higher and squeeze, lemon squeeze. And then bring your arms in front and squeeze back again. Arms in front, flipping the thumbs down. So I'm turning my shoulders a little bit in a different position. Squeeze back. Arms in front. Squeeze back and then down. And then step your feet about hip width. Bring your arms out in front of you. So here we're going to come down into that little squat and we're going to come back up. All right. We're going to come down and back up. Let's do that a couple more times. Bend your knees, sink back like you're going to go in a chair, which we're going to do in a moment, real chair pose. Weight in the heels, drive it into the heels, and come back up. Bring your arms down. Arms back, feet firmly planted, spread the fingers, spread the toes, root down through the feet, lift the heels, feel all 4 points of the feet. Lift your chest and sternum. I face life's challenges with an open heart. 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 Bringing the arms back up, extended mountain. My hands are facing each other. And reach. I'm filled with vigor, vitality, and joy. I'm filled with vigor, vitality, and joy. I'm filled with vigor, vitality, and joy. Exhale the arms down. Hold mountain for a moment and breathe. We're going to bend the knees. So I want you to, like, right in here is your hip joint. You're going to fold here and you're going to sit back, and I'll show you the other view. But instead of arching, I want you to tuck that tailbone. You're going to reach up with the arms. You can have your arms here. You can even have your arms here depending on your shoulders. But if you can, reach up along your ears and sit back and drive it through the heels. Okay, so here we are. I'm driving it through my heels. I'm reaching back and I'm reaching forward. I'm going to tuck underneath that tailbone here as I come down in fierce pose or chair pose. Hold that posture, coming down. Squats are really, really good. It's sort of a squat that you're doing here. It's a kind of a modified squat, but it's a little challenging for the legs. So it's good for the legs. So sit back, reach up with those arms, steady gaze. Breathe in, breathe out. And then inhale, come up. Exhale the arms down again. Bring your shoulders to your ears. We're going to shrug. Ha. Bringing the shoulders to the ears, head back. Ha. Again. Ha. One more. Ha. And then rest. Bring the arms up near your ears. Let's try it from this position, extended mountain. Okay, weight is driven through the heels. I'm bending my knees. I'm sinking back. I'm going to tuck this tailbone, pull the belly in. I'm making this tilt as I reach. Sit back, and hold that posture. I am stable and grounded. 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 Now we're going to come all the way down here, bend your knees, and very slowly straightening up the knees and then rolling back up. And you can walk your hands up your thighs if you want, but just bring yourself back up to mountain and rest. Take some breaths here. Step your feet apart, like more than hip width for a ragdoll position. We're going to bend the knees, and you can come down. You know, if your back is sensitive, you probably don't want to go all the way down, like just start stretching all fast down like that. So resting here is always good, just to stretch out your backs. Of course, some of you, if you're here to do anything or whatever that I'm doing, then just come all the way down. You can do a ragdoll. You can hold on to your elbows and you can sway, nod your head for the neck, you know, and just sway a little bit. You can release your hands. All right. And then others, you're up here and you can walk back up your legs and come back to mountain. Step back. Raise your heart, bring your shoulders back, turn your palms towards me, and that will bring these shoulders back more. Feel that line of energy now going up through the body, through the soles of your feet, up your legs, your torso, up through the crown of your head, and you feel lifted now in light. Feel lighter. One more standing posture. We're going to bring our hands to our hearts. So I touch my fingertips. I'm going to bring my arms out, my legs out. This is five-pointed star. I'm going to turn my right foot towards the short end of my mat. I'm going to put my hands here on my hips because I don't want my hips to turn. And I'm going to square these hips towards you. And I'm going to slide that back heel back. So I'm toeing inward and I'm really rooting through the little toe side of that foot. Wiggle your toes. You don't want to be gripping, like going like that. All right. All right. Relax these shoulders. Bend the knee in the front. Right. Keep your hips square to me. And you're reaching out through those arms. All right. So using these arms. So it's like I'm stretching those two arms away from each other. My fingers together. I'm bending this knee a little bit more. All right, instead of doing this, a lot of people do this. I want you to find a center position in your torso. Center it, relax the shoulders, Look over your right fingertips, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Soft gaze over the fingertips, hold a posture. Feel those inner thighs working, stabilize through your core, right? We learned about stabilization. You're going to tuck that tailbone, right? Use that core to support your back. Hold that posture a little bit longer. And straighten your knee. Turn your feet in the same direction. Heel toe it in. I'd come right back to mountain today and take a rest. I'm going to move my mat just a little bit because I feel like it's curling up on that side. Okay. All right. Hands to the heart. We're going to go to the other side. Arms and legs out. Relax these shoulders. Turn your palms up. You'll find they fall down. And turn them back down. Hands on the hips, right? Just to see. See how I turned a little bit there? Left foot, you don't want that. You want to turn and square. Your body will naturally do something like that. So turn left foot out and slide right heel back. So this is the feet position. This back foot protects this back knee. That's why there's that action there in the back. You're going to bend this knee, and this knee you want to keep out. You don't want the knee falling in. Too much strain here. You're going to come down, right, and try to get your torso so it's pretty much centered in the middle. Raise those arms. Come down a little deeper. Keep pressing through outer back heel. Try not to grip the mat. Soft gaze over your left fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2. Hold that posture. Right, hold this posture. Try not to reach forward. Keep a center position in your torso. And then straighten your front knee. Turn your feet in the same direction. Heel toe it in. And bring yourself back to mountain. Exhale. Right, because sometimes we hold the breath, so you want to make sure you release that. I think we're going to find our way down to the mat now. So just come on down. And you're going to come onto your backs, bending your knees, bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a reset here. Rock again side to side. And then bringing your feet back down to the mat. Cross your right leg, though, over your left leg. One of my favorite twists, right? So shifting your hips to the right side of your mat, dropping both knees to the left side. Just drop them over. I'm stretching out my right arm. Maybe you have a long enough arm or flexibility to hold that left foot with your right hand to create a bond, and you can also bind, and you can also use a block. Here I have a block or something under your legs, so I'm just supporting myself, or a blanket rolled up, and I just put it there under my legs. I'm going to look away, but you can decide what feels good to you. Where do you feel that stretch or that tension, that gentle tension? Like I feel it in that outer hip. You know, you want to just notice these things, any compression in the body, right? Maybe you do like binding, you hold the foot, but you don't want to lose this right shoulder. You want to keep this right shoulder down if you're binding. You might want to put your left hand on the outside of the right knee in this final twist. And then bring it to your breath. Breath in, exhale, soften to the floor. Let the posture do its work, right? Let time do its work. Try not to control anything in these movements. Just be. The more we give up effort in our practice, the more we advance, the more we heal. Coming back up to center. I'd hold you there longer, but I think that's good for now. You're going to take the left leg, cross it over the right leg. I'm going to take this block again, put it on the other side. Shift my hips to the left, drop the knees over to the right. Stretch that left arm out. In the spinal twist. And I might hold on to my left foot in mind as long as my left shoulder is down. Coming back up to center. Let's hug the knees back into the chest. Rock side to side. Maybe you want to lift your head and shoulders. And the other thing you might want to do here is either just straighten your legs to your mat, turn your palms up and relax here in Shavasana. Or you might want to take that pillow again because, you know, that supports your back, which I will talk to you every week about because you want to support your back if you need it. That's a nice way to start and end the class too, just under the knees. You can also put it behind your back for, you know, I could demonstrate that another time, but all right. And just relax down and take a breath in, exhale, release. So I'm going to lead you through relaxation, but first I want you to go to your oasis, that beautiful place of safety and tranquility that you make up in your mind's eye. Okay, so you want to make that up in your mind's eye. It can be a place you've been or seen that is very beautiful, and it can be, but it also can be on another planet. It can be anything. Okay, you just want it to feel safe and pleasant for you. Okay, all right. So imagine now this beautiful star. You're in this beautiful oasis, and this is beautiful star right above your head. This star can be any color or colors you choose. It could be black even. It could be green. It could be purple, pink, speckled, whatever seems to fit you the best right now. This star is filled with the beautiful white light. The light shimmers and glows. I want you to see this light streaming down towards you until it reaches the very top of your head. Bring this pure white light down through your head and take it right down your body until you feel it going into each and every toe. Feeling this light going down your neck, your arms, till you're just filled with this glorious white light. Feel the light going down your torso, down until it reaches your waist and your hips, and then your legs. Feel it right there again until it comes down to your feet and into each and every toe. So you can feel this white light in every part of your being. Fingers, fingertips, all the way to the arms, into every part of your being. You're glowing. Now there's someone there waiting to take you into this beautiful garden. But before you enter, I want you to look at the tree that's outside. I want you to pin on that tree any worries, frustrations, anxieties, whatever it is, even anger, be it with family, friends, acquaintances, work. So pin on that, pin all this on that tree. This person now is going to open the garden gate for you to enter. And as you enter, you find the colors are like nothing you've ever seen before. The trees and the grass are vivid green. The sky is a beautiful blue with little white puffy clouds. The beauty of the flowers, the textures, the fragrances, breathe it in. is very peaceful in your garden, filled with love and tranquility. So spend a few moments here in this garden, enjoying the pleasant feeling, the peacefulness of this garden. And when you come back, you won't feel tired. You'll be relaxed, calm, yet energized. Deepening your breath, moving your fingers and toes, and just coming back slowly. Bring your knees in, roll to your side. Take your time pressing through your hands, maybe to lift yourself up, maybe keep your eyes closed or softly down for a few moments. Maybe bringing the hands to your heart, and may we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we create strength among one another. May our study be filled with brilliance and light, and may there be no enmity between us. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, and peace. Namaste, everyone. Have a great day, and thank you for coming, and be well.